Hey lovelies, welcome back to episode 2. Yes. Alright, so to start off my eyes, I'm going to use my Plouise eyeshadow base, and that's in the shade Rumor Zero. I think it's Rumor Zero. And I'm just going to use that to prep my eyes for the eyeshadow. Now, I really love this eyeshadow base. It helps the shadows come out way more pigmented on your eyes, and it really helps it to just sit on your eyes for the entire day. And it also helps with glitter. It's a really good glitter primer. Yeah, I really like the shadow base. Now I'm gonna apply that by patting or pressing it into my skin. So I'm kind of blending it into the concealer that I use for my brows. So I just slowed down the video so you guys could see exactly what I was doing. So I'm really just pressing the eyeshadow base into my lid using a eyeshadow buffing brush.
Chuki got the sauce, bitch.
Now for eyeshadow today, I'm going to do a extremely simple and easy to follow eyeshadow look. So I'm going to start off by using my ABH Soft Glam palette, and I'm going to use a shade called Sienna. It's almost like a burnt orange color, and I'm just going to use that right in my crease, and I'm also going to bring it above my crease, and that's the brush that I'll be using to apply the shadow. Now to apply this shadow, I normally start off in my crease, and I kind of use windshield wiper motion. So I'm just really going back and forth with the brush, and yeah, you just keep building up on that shade until you get your desired look. And be careful with your crease, like when you're not really with your crease, but when you're going towards the inner corners of your eyes, kind of raise your brows so it doesn't get messy or go in your eyebrows or get too far up. I really like to focus that part of the shadow, like mainly in the crease when it comes onto my inner corners. Like I don't want it to go outside of the crease when it comes onto the inner corner of the eye. But in case that happens, you can always go back in with your the brush that used to blend the shadow base, and you just do that exactly what I'm doing now. You just go back in with it. It's almost like a little eraser. Whenever you make a little mistake, you just go back with the brush that used to blend the eyeshadow base, and you're good to go. Next, I'm going to go into that nude shade, and I'm going to use that same blending brush, and I'm just going to apply it right above the transitioning shade, and I'm using the same technique, windshield wiper motions, just going back and forth with the shadow. until you get your desired look. Now this shadow is not very bright, it doesn't really have much color, but it's just to prevent the first color that you apply from looking so harsh. Remember, we're doing a very simple eye look that is very easy to follow. And I'm going to go into that Covergirl palette, and I'm going to use that white shade. I'm just going to put it right on top of my lid. Doesn't really have much color, but when you see the finished look, you're going to see that it really comes together real nicely. So I'm kind of blending that white into the transitioning shade. Then I'm going to go into that deep brown shade from the Soft Glam palette, and I'm applying that in my outer V. So I'm focusing that color in the outer V of my eye, and you're just gonna build up on it until you get your desired look. And now to really bring some pop to the eyes, I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild wing liner or liquid eyeliner. So that one has like a flexible tip, so it's very easy for me. Some persons prefer using a marker tip, I prefer using the brush tip. Now I'm gonna start off by doing a very thin line. You really have to follow what I'm doing here. So I'm doing a very thin line. I normally like tilt my head backwards to see if they're even. So I realized that one was a little bit up, but I'm gonna fix that. So now your aim is to drag that liner to meet the first line that you made. So you're gonna start off in the center of your eyes, and you're gonna draw a very thin line. The trick to this liquid eyeliner is starting off with a very thin line. So after drawing that thin line in the middle, it's almost like going back and forth. So you're starting off with the line in the middle, then you're gonna drag it towards the end of your eyes, and then you're gonna draw another line from the outer end of your eyes and bring it towards the line that you made in the middle. Kinda sounds a little bit yeah, that was a lot of words, but if you just follow the steps and practice, you'll get it. Because trust me, I didn't get this, I never really get this now on me. But once you follow the steps, once you follow what I'm doing, you will get it. So as I said before, the trick to this is really starting off with a very thin line, and you just gradually just build it up until you get it as thick as you'd want it to. Now you're going to go towards the inner corner of your eyes. You don't want that line to be too thick, so you're going to do it extremely thin. It's almost like you can't see, but once I look up, you're going to realize that it is there.
Chuki got the sauce, bitch.
In case you made a mistake, that's fine. You can go back with your concealer and clean it up. So now to clean up my eyes, I'll be using that same concealer that I use in my eyebrow tutorial, and I'm just gonna use that to clean up the liner. So you're just gonna apply it right below the wing liner. Now when that liner is dry, please ensure the liner is dry before doing this. You can always go back with your eyeshadow, and I'm just making the outer V a little bit darker, and I'm kind of dragging it towards my crease. After doing my face, I went in with my black retractable pencil, and I'm just applying it right in my what do you call that part of your eyes, like right there, so it hides the lash band. And I also applied it my waterline, yeah, the waterline. So I applied above and below. Then I'm gonna go in with my Covergirl palette, and I'm gonna use that deep purple shade. It's almost like a purple brownish shade, and I'm just gonna apply that right below my lash line. So after using the black pencil in my waterline, I use that right below the lash line. And that's really gonna give you that nice smoky look. And because the eyeshadow up top was so simple, you really want to bring a pop to the look, and it's really easy. So you just apply a pop of color on your lower lash line. You don't have to use the dark purple like I did. You can use blue, you could use green, you could use purple. And now I'm gonna go in with that brown shade, and I'm gonna use it to smoke out the deep purple shade. And as I said before, you don't have to do the brown. If you feel like you want to use a pop of color on your eyes, don't be afraid to go in with your color on your lower lash line. So you could use your browns and your nudes up top, and then just bring a pop of blue on the bottom. Now I'm going to go in with the Great Lash mascara from Maybelline. And I'm going to start off by brushing the tip of my lashes, and then I'm going to comb them outwards. And now to get my eyes to pop even more, I'm going to use my soft Glam palette in that white shade. And I'm just going to apply that right in my inner corners, and I'm just using that really small brush for those fine details like these. And you're just going to squint your eyes a little bit so you can see exactly what you're doing. And it kind of forces you to just push up that little piece right there so the shadow just goes right on top. And then I'm going to go back in the brush that I used to apply the transitioning shade and just blend that in right there. So that's really going to give the eyes a pop as well. So as you can see, I didn't do anything up top, but I did the lower lash line and doing the wing liner, and that pop in the inner corners really bring the look together real nicely.